On this episode of Cinema Disaster, we're going to be talking about the 1975 film A Boy and His Dog. This was based on a novella by author Harlan Ellison. It's a post-apocalyptic sci-fi film that takes place after World War IV. It takes place in the year 2024, actually. And it's about an 18-year-old boy named Vic, who's played by Don Johnson, and his dog by the name of Blood, who is a telepathic dog. They're trying to survive the wastelands of World War IV because it pretty much has caused the education system to collapse. So therefore, Vic, he doesn't understand ethics. He doesn't know how to read. He doesn't understand morality. Everybody's in survival mode. He just understands survival. They go around scavenging and stealing for the things they need, which is food, shelter, and sex. They need each other. And Blood helps Vic find sex, where in return, he helps Blood find food. The movie is very striking visually. It's got an incredible look to it, I think. It's this post-apocalyptic landscape. It's just like desolate landscape of post-World War IV era United States. There's also a society of people who are living in this underground vault, and the town's called Topeka. They live in this very bizarre, like pre-nuclear war era in America type society. The only thing about them is that they can't reproduce. So occasionally they'll send a woman, in this case, the woman is played by Susan Benton. They'll send her to the surface, sort of as bait, and she'll seduce one of the men from the above ground wasteland into their underworld, where in this case it's Vic, and he's forced against his will to artificially inseminate and help the women and help the population of Topeka reproduce. But if he refuses this, then he gets sent to what is called the farm, which basically means they'll kill him. But when they're done using him for fertilization, they send him to the farm anyway. And it's not like, at first he's into it because he thinks he's going to have sex with all of these women. But it's not like that. They have a machine that does everything, and everything is artificially inseminated. So once he finds that out, he finds out that pretty much he's dead either way. He's got to try and escape this underworld. The underworld is led by a character played by Jason Robards. It's highly bizarre, and mostly because all of the people living in this this underworld of Topeka, they're wearing this creepy white face paint, which it has a very uncomfortable and sinister feel to it. I would say it's almost surrealistic. It sort of feels like you're in a dream. The screenplay was originally drafted by Harlan Ellison, who wrote the novella that the story was based off of. But he encountered writer's block because this was his favorite works. So that was somehow causing him trouble. I guess he didn't want to mess it up or whatever. So he got L.Q. Jones to finish writing the script for him. So L.Q. Jones ended up writing and directing this film. They almost got James Cagney to do the voice of Blood, but they felt as though his voice would be too recognizable. They ended up going with an actor and voice actor named Tim McKinstry, who also did the music for this film. And he did it with help from Ray Manzarek from The Doors. This movie won several awards, and it inspired Mad Max as well as the Fallout video game series. For years there had been, L.Q. Jones and Harlan Ellison had talked about doing a sequel. This time it would be a female warrior and named Spike, and it would be it would be kind of like what post-apocalyptic America is like through the eyes of a female, since the original story was through the eyes of a male. But the funding was never there for it to get produced. Later on, Harlan Ellison expanded the story in a graphic novel that was called Dick and Blood. But Harlan Ellison, he died June 28th of this year, 2018, at age 84. So I don't think that we'll be seeing a sequel. I'm not sure about remakes. They remake everything now, so who knows? But this is definitely one that you need to see. It's interesting. It's bizarre. And as the DVD art says, it's a rather kinky tale of survival. So check out A Boy and His Dog. And until next time, keep watching.